Here we go. Good evening, everybody. This is another evening of Tuesday Talk with yours truly, Richard DeBrew Jr., and it's good to be here. I hope that you all will join me. Hey, Mr. Will, what's going on? Um, so here we are yet again, representing my old alma mater, Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. That's my old alma mater, Brown University, and I got the mug too, so I'm feeling a little nostalgic. Last time I went up there, picked up some things that I could never afford this sweatshirt when I was a student there. It was very expensive, but thank you, sir. Appreciate it. But I decided I was going to get one the last time I went up to Providence, so that was cool. I hope you guys are doing all right. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has hung in there with me throughout this pandemic and throughout the social media campaign that we have to promote the album. It means a lot. I know that these are trying times, these are stressful times, and it calls on a lot just to make it through the day. So, yes, they are. Um, but it's a blessing to have you all on here. And, we started, I guess, the first Friday Night Inspiration back in April, which seems like forever ago right now. But yeah, it's been a ride. So, just thank you guys for hanging with me all this time. So let's get to work here. So first, want to talk about the schedule. That's sort of like the main thing that I do each Tuesday, and that's yesterday. For those that didn't get a chance to see, we were on. We had our movie Mondays, and that was a throwback clip to 2001. We were at the Sugar Bar, which was founded and started by the incredible songwriting team Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson, and it's right there in kind of Upper Manhattan area, on 72nd Street, and I was there for the Sunday gospel brunch that they have, and that was on Palm Sunday of 2001, which I believe was April 8th. So it was fun. We were it's Mr. Saul Rubin, who's a wonderful guitarist, known especially in the New York jazz scene. He's doing very well, and Miss Shanda Rule, who's a vocalist that at the time was going to my church in New York, Concord, and she's now, I think, pretty much relocated to Europe. I see her doing stuff there all the time now, but she's doing very well. Making recordings, doing performances, all kinds of great stuff. And her husband, he wasn't her husband yet, but Gernot, or Bernreuter, he was the drummer on that session, and then Mr. Mike Tucker, who was playing bass. So it was fun. We did Precious Memories, and that was on sax with a little piano, and then also Shanda sang in a special arrangement of Precious Lord. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, it's not that long, maybe 3 minutes, give or take. But I think you'll enjoy it. Then, of course, we're here today for our Tuesday talk. Tomorrow, I haven't actually decided what I'm going to post for Wednesday after news, but I'll find something good. So y'all just check it around 3 o'clock, and I'll put up something nice. Thursday, I think I'm going to. I'm thinking that I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to do a Thursday Perks tomorrow. I would like to, especially because it's so close to Christmas, and I would like to give people an opportunity to, an incentive, if you will, to purchase the CD, download, or whatever it is. And I still have my people I haven't gotten to everybody yet. I'm still trying to get to my people from the previous weeks. So I'll let you know. But this week on Thursday, the other thing that's happening at noon is I'm going to be featured on a show called The Power of One. It's hosted and sponsored by Dr. Rollins Fells, Dr. Jawanda Rollins Fells, and she's got a show, a broadcast called The Power of One that's, ministry oriented, and it's available on Facebook. Just go to, I think you could just enter The Power of One, or if not, enter Dr. Rollins Fells, like ROLLINS-FELLS. But she's also got it on there's an app called Promote Her, PROMOTEHER, and that's Promote Her TV. And then there's also there's a channel on Roku called Promote Her TV. So either of those, you can see the show. So it'll be on again at noon this coming Thursday, the 17th. So I hope you all can check that out. I'm going to be playing some songs from Jazz in the Spirit, as well as a little Christmas song. So, reaching out to some new people, hoping to build the audience some more. So that's Thursday. And then on Friday, I have the great pleasure, finally, of having my son, Richard DeBrew III, who likes to now go by the nickname Rick. He's going to be my special guest this coming Friday at 7:30 for Friday Night Inspiration. And so this will be kind of like a special Christmas episode because, we're just a week away. And that should be a lot of fun. We've been working on some things together for a while and hoping to share some of those with you. If you've not heard him play bass, you're in for a treat. He's got some skills. And let's see, on Saturday, I will be doing my Saturday sentiments. This coming Saturday is probably going to be, I'd say probably about 11 in the morning. So I'm going to be talking on Saturday about making a difference. And that's obviously something that's very important to me. That's really central to the idea of Jazz in the Spirit and so on. So I hope you all can check that out. So that's the schedule for this week. Okay. And let's see here. What else is going on? Oh, I almost left out. Sunday, be, of course, on Zoom Church at Fourth Baptist. And you can check that out at fourthbaptist.com. There's the Zoom information, services at 10 o'clock. Now, coming up, just giving you a little preview, on the 24th of December as well as the 31st of December, we're going to be trying something new. We're going to be going live on Facebook as well as YouTube. So that's the plan. I want to give y'all some advance notice. So you won't actually have to go on Zoom. You can just go straight to Facebook, to the Fourth Baptist Church page, or to YouTube. We'll have our YouTube page up and running by then. So you can just go right there. You can watch. Or if you want to come on Zoom, you can certainly do that. If you want to participate and, write affirming words in the chat or something like that. But yeah, that's a new thing that we're working on. So that should be really fun. And then, if any of you are around, we're probably going to be doing a test run this Thursday. That's the other reason why I wasn't sure about the Thursday perks. Normally I do it on Thursday at 6. But at 6 is when I'm going to be doing a test run for the just playing some music on the church's Zoom site. And we're just going to test it out so that we can make sure that the stream is there. If any of you would like to be watchers, you certainly are welcome to do that. I'll share the information so that you can watch, and you can send a note and enjoy what's going on. So that's the layout of what's happening in the next couple of days and what's going on over the course of this week. So, Mr. Will, what's going on in your world? You can just, I know you always have some stuff going on. Mr. Will Griffin is a wonderful choir director and school teacher in the Richmond City Public Schools. Very, very talented and a great spirit. And I'm glad to have him on here joining me. So, another thing, so feel free to drop a note anytime, Dr. Will. So let's see. I would be interested in some feedback from you all. If you have these things already. One is if you all have a particular favorite song on the album, and then what is the favorite song? And then is there anyone who has yet to watch or tune in live to a Friday Night Inspiration? I hope that you all will do so if you haven't already, but I'd just be curious if there's anyone who hasn't had a chance to do that. If you have not, certainly they're all still available. All the ones that we've done are all the way back to April are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're all still there. But we're going to be doing a new one this coming Friday with my son. So I'm really excited about that. And so let me know if you all have seen one. And then this is another one that may require a little bit of thought. Are there quotes that you have to describe jazz in the spirit that you wouldn't mind sharing with me? So if you do, you can either put them in the chat now if you're watching, or you can email them to me at info@jazzinthespirit.com. So I'm hoping that you all will give me some of that feedback that lets me know how this music is impacting you. Because I could say whatever I want, but you all ultimately are the ones who let me know how this music is affecting you and impacting you and touching you and so on. Now, let me see. There's one little thing that I need to say. Now, everybody who comes to your to watch your videos is not always in your corner, and that's the best way I can say it. There is apparently a spammer or someone who has been making comments on my YouTube videos about just vulgarity that I don't have any part of, that has nothing at all to do with me. But they've done it more than a few times. And so, we're going to report it. We're going to, kind of get to the bottom of what's going on. I've just been deleting them. But, because that persists, this is the first time I'm saying something publicly about it. But if whoever is watching, I want you to know that I see you. And if it doesn't stop, there's going to be some repercussions. Okay, so I'll just say it like that. The scripture says, let not your good be evil spoken of. Amen. So that's all I'm going to say about that. All right. And I also know that sometimes accounts get cloned. So you all is on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, check your passwords, change them periodically. Don't write them in conspicuous places. Be careful where you save them. Just because, we're in a hacking culture where people take pleasure in other people's pain by causing them inconvenience, by causing them, discomfort, and so on. So, you know, just the scripture says, "Be as wise as serpents, but harmless as doves." So that's what I'm hoping to do, and I'm encouraging you all to do the same thing. All right. So having said that, I want to say a special hello to some of my new friends, especially on Instagram. I've noticed that a few people have joined from various countries. I see some folks joining in from Europe, see some folks joining in from different parts of Asia. I know I had a few people, in South America, like Brazil in particular, and maybe an island or two in the Caribbean. Hello to everybody. Thank you for taking an interest in me, taking an interest in jazz and the spirit, and what the vision for this music is all about. I want you to know that I support you, and particularly if you're an independent artist, you have something, a vision that you're working on. Let me know what you're doing, and let's see how we can support each other. And particularly, you all know I'm particularly partial to gospel jazz. So if you are, an artist that specializes in that style of music, let me know. Whether you sing, whether you play an instrument, or you compose, whatever it is, let me know about it. I'd like to, let the jazz and the spirit community know about it. So, yeah, so just you can also send me emails, info@jazzandthespirit.com, and so on. So, one of the last things, just wanted to let you know, I'm listening, of course, to my favorite radio station, Gospel Jazz Radio, on the Jazz Radio Network. Please continue to support that, because they play all kinds of great stuff. And those of you who were on my last Saturday Sentiments, I just happened to be going live a little bit after they were playing my song, Look and Live. So that was a really special feeling to just, I'm about to go live and then I hear my actual song on the radio. That was really fun. So, yeah, it can happen for me. It can happen for any of you too. So, but I'm listening to them. I listen to them all the time. And I think it's a great radio station to check out, particularly if you have an interest in this special hybrid called gospel jazz. I talk a lot about making a difference. And again, I'll say more about it on Saturday. But, I was talking to someone earlier today and they said, well, maybe, because I haven't really been getting much in the way of feedback or responses from you all about like what you might be doing to make a difference in someone else's life. And I think even in the pandemic, when, there's so much focus on just protecting ourselves and kind of insulating and isolating, I think it's even more important for us to try to make a difference in the lives of others besides just ourselves. So I was talking to someone earlier and they said, well, why don't you talk about what you might be doing and some of the things that you've done over the years to make a difference? And I said, well, okay, sure. One of the things that I've done for decades is serve at a church that has a community focus. I grew up in one, and I've worked in many of them over the years. And although it was a job and it did provide me with a salary, it was also about service, because there are things over and above whatever my job was that I would do that I would help out with. Many, many times I've played for events to help raise money for things or to call attention to different things that were spotlighted in the media and so on, community events, social justice related events, just whether they be things that were, I remember there was a Habitat for Humanity event that our praise team sang for one time, and just different things that go beyond just me and I in my world, that are literally designed with someone else in mind. And I thought specifically about a group. Unfortunately, I'm not working with them now because I'm at a different church. But at my most recent Richmond church before this one, Second Baptist, there was a group called Rapping for Christ that we started. It was a bunch of young people from the neighborhood, in the Randolph community that we worked on Christian rap. And it was challenging sometimes, because they had never actually functioned in a group like that. To be able to have to work together, to have to share, to have to depend on each other to be there, and that's just all the group dynamics that learning to work as a team are all about. So, but it was a way that I believe has made a difference in their lives, and I believe that the impact of that will still be felt later on. And I remember doing the same thing or something very similar when I was in Brooklyn, at the church that I grew up in, Concord. We had a group called the Christian G's, a bunch of young guys, who all lived in the area. And, they got together and sang, and they, it was a hang, but it was also a time to just kind of talk about things that they were going through. They were all in that kind of, say about 17 or 18 to 24 age group, so, it was important. And I believe that, there's many of them I'm still in touch with now, years later. And, they've grown into young men now. Some of them have families or, begun to, into the working world and so on. So, but it's important that we do things like this. We're not just here to please ourselves. We are here to make a difference. So I'll go into more detail about that again on Saturday. But I just wanted you all to have an example of the kind of thing that I'm talking about when I ask you about making a difference in someone else's life. So I hope that you all will share with me some of the things that you all do. And Mr. Will, I know that you are making a difference in young people's lives every day, in teaching them, and also what you do as a church musician and what you do as a choir director in various capacities, and an organizer and a coordinator of so many different things, that you make a difference all the time. So I appreciate you, and thank you again for being on here. So that's basically all I had to share today. Certainly, if you see this later, you can still make comments, as long as those comments are pertaining to what it is that we're discussing in this video. Amen. We don't want any unrelated or unwelcome additions. Thank you very much. So thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out again tomorrow for Wednesday afternoons by around 3 o'clock. Then on Thursday, at noon. Check out The Power of One, either on Facebook, on Promote Her app, or on Promote Her TV on Roku. That'll be at noon on Thursday. Then at 6, I'm going to be going live for my church, just kind of a preview of some of the stuff that we may be doing for our Christmas Eve service, which will be Thursday the 24th, just for an hour from 6 to 7. Then on Friday at 7:30, we've got a Friday night inspiration featuring my son, Rick DeBrew III. And Saturday, Sentiments at 11, where I'll be going into more detail about making a difference. Then, of course, Sunday, we've got our church service on Zoom at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then Monday, we'll turn it back around with another Movie Mondays. And that will be Christmas week. Can you believe? Uh-huh. That's right, Nayoka. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. But I hope that you all are doing well, hanging in there. I know it's not easy, but just keep holding on. Change is gonna come. Y'all know, like that old song used to say. So just hang in there, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great night. Okay, I gotta hit this button right.